I was here the whole time. I could be here whenever I want, and that's when the fucking stream starts. What's going on? Hey everyone. Howdy everybody. How we doing? Ooh. What do we got? We got Addie and Thomas over on YouTube. We've got also, we're streaming on YouTube today as well. Oh man, I've got like hay fever has just fucked me in the face right here, man. Ugh. No. Hey, he's already coming in with a 50 minutes. 50 minutes. Oh man, I haven't seen y'all in like a long time. Come in. Welcome in. You ready for some more Final Fantasy VII? I made some more. I got enough PowerPoint slides to get us to calm. So we got all of Midgar sorted. I hear that. Allergies. I always suffer from fucking hay fever. Man, I suffer from hay fever. I tell you what else I suffer for. Not streaming for 3 days and losing 700 subs. I went from 1,060 subs down to 360 exactly. I just looked over there, I was like, holy fuck. Oh, how we doing? It's good seeing you. Give me some fucking g'days. Give me some big old g'days. Good seeing you. Welcome over, everybody. It's good to see YouTube. YouTube started to pick up quite well. Excuse me. Picked up quite a bit on what do you call it? That'll be the Ando. Yeah, it was the Ando gift. The big. I mean, if anybody wants to give me another 500, I'll definitely about it. Oh man, fucking hell, this hay fever's kicking my asshole. But yeah, actually, give me a sec. I did need to update one thing, and I never got around to it. So yeah, I did get around to it. There we go. All right. So I have how many slides do we have? So we are only we are like up until calm, you know, which is like the first quarter of disc 1 of Final Fantasy VII. We have 67 slides. That's how much fucking effort I put into it. And there's also, I realized too, I didn't do like any character profiles like I did in other Final Fantasies. Man, I don't feel well. Anyway, we'll power through. I will stop streaming today at 200 gifted subs. Now, I want to gift 1,000 subs. I just don't have the cash for that. Whatever, donut boy. Whatever, donut boy. Anyway, no, it's all good. Don't fucking give money to this stream. It's shit. I didn't even stream the last 3 days. What an asshole streamer I am. Boo! Let's hear boo. Boo! Let's boo me, bagel boy. Donut Dan. All right. Okay, let me. Fucking hay fever. I tell you what, man. It was like fine, and then it was just here. All right, everything's set up. Okay. All right, what That's more for you low. That's a bit. Hey everybody. So yeah. No. God damn it. God damn it. Yeah, but we still have 1,000 cards to open as well. Still actually haven't actually attacked these yet. So it turns out this card, the double-sided one, is worth 38 USD. So that's pretty good. Yeah, for that. We got some I actually got a lot of good cards. I hope by the end of it that we I managed to pull a chocobo. Well, like different chocobos, but I don't have one of the traveling chocobos, which is what I really want. I really want. But yeah. Also, too, I learned today that this card is highly sought after. highly sought after. Some fucking reason. Ugh. Got my ice cream, so now I'm all set for stream. Hell yeah, that's the way to go about it. But yeah, what did everybody else get up to? Before we dive into it, anybody get up to anything cool and neat and fun and fancy? What'd you do? And also, the reason why I didn't stream yesterday, I just had a lot on the weekend. I had quite a lot on the weekend, but it was nice. It was nice to. Somebody just dropped. Let me find out who that was. Oh shit, Vegeta's not working. So, who is that? Let me figure that out. Let me see who the fuck that was. I think I know who that was before I... Mate! And the message said, show us your photo. No, I can't read that. You didn't have to. You didn't... Thank you. We'll open a pack because of that. I'll tell you what. Because of that generosity, we'll open a pack. What do you reckon, mate? You know who you are. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you. Let me, Batty coming in. Thank you. Evening it out. Evening it out. Let me... Oh, where's the camera? Over here. Okay. Had one pack ready to go. Okay, let me clear this up. If you're watching on YouTube and you're like, wait, how many people are watching on YouTube? 2, 4 people are watching. If you watch, okay, if it's for some rare reason, if there's somebody new to the streams that's never watched my streams before and they're like, what the fuck's going on? Yeah, that you'll hold on to that going through the whole stream. Alright, here we go. So thank you for, I nearly said the person. Thank you who you are, you know who you are. Also, Batty, thank you for the sub food, mate. I bloody appreciate it. Actually, you get to open 2 because we moved into, we just hit the other quota as well. So we'll open 2 packs. Alright, so we want to go, oh, what have we got here? Oh, we have a lock full up. Oh, it's even still blurry. Let me try to... Yeah, here we go. We have the lock art. Good stuff. Oh, here we go. Oh shit, again. Yeah, we got our Terra. Double-sided. She has our Esper. And then what else? We got another double-sided. Oh shit, we finally got our Ultimecia. Is this our shiny? No, it's not. We got a double-sided Ultimecia. It's not a rare card or anything like that, but we have it, which is nice. All right. Okay. Hill Gigas, Airship, Laguna, Hat, Thunder Magic, Resentful. Oh shit! Hat coming with a 5-bomb. True, the Esper is our shiny. Dude, thank you so much, Hat. Damn, thank you. Cool. Mate, thank you. Chat, let's get some love. Thank you so much. So we got 4 good ones out of that pack. I think Circle was it Circle? Was it? These are our 4 good ones. Thank you so much. All right. Well, I guess I'll bust another one out. Bust another one out while we have a chance. I'm going to be doing a lot of talking today too. Oh, we got another full up. Oh, I finally got it. Finally got it. That is an instant sleeve. That is an instant sleeve. Mate, I've been waiting for that one. No. Hard case it. Alright, okay, no double-sided. Alright. Alright. So Clash of the Icons, alright? Clash of the Icons. Demon Wall. Iron Giant from 15, I think. In Summon a Sanctum. Slash of Light. Airship Crash. Sin Elder. Eyes. He's our shiny, which is Windhurst. I think Windhurst is from 2. No, it's from 11. Windhurst. We got two shinies in one pack. God pack. Hypnotoad. Oh, hell, Hypnotoad. Oh, there we go. We got the Vein. I've already got 2 of these, but we got 2 Vein colors Solidor. Oh shit, we got a Sin. Okay, that's a sleeve. Sleeve in that sucker. And we got Aerith tripping over her own feet. Okay, very cool. Thank you. Thanking you. Oh, we got some bangers out of that. Let me just sleeve those and we'll get on with the show. Thank you so much. And thank you for the firebomb too. Let's put us 5 away from the next pack opening. Thank you, mate. Alright. Okay. We've got a hype train. Everyone want to choo-choo? You want to choo-choo for the choo-choo? Okay, so yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, are you, Thomas? Yeah. How's life with you, Thomas? How you been, mate? That's going to be a hard sleeve. All hell, Hypnotoad. These ones as well. These normal sleeves. Alright. Alright. Cool. Alrighty. Awesome. Thanking you, everybody. I'm chuffed with this Sin one. I really wanted this Sin one. Whenever Sin enters the field, his dick crushes everybody. Nice. So it should be. Alright. Alright. Man, all good being grinding Ark this weekend. Nice. I haven't played Ark. I remember when Ark first came, the very first beta, it was like 2015. I think the beta, like, man, Ark's been out for that long. Is Ark out of early access yet? is Ark out of early access? It'd be good to know if Ark's out of early access. Oh god. I think if I let me have a look at my Steam and look at my, how do I view screen? I think my first ever screenshot was in Ark. How do you find your screenshots? How do you find screenshots here? Oh, is your so your screenshots aren't in there anymore? Oh, it's still milking the. Yeah, I can't find it. But yeah, I think my first ever game I ever had on Steam was Ark. So no, that's a lie. That's totally a lie. I think when I got my first okay PC. Blakey coming in with a 26 months. Thank you so much, dude. Oh, I gotta give you your VIP back, don't I? There you go, mate. It's already got a remaster. Is it got a remaster before it came out of alpha? That's pretty funny. Or beta or whatever. Oh, me too. Oh yeah. Wait, did you have your? Why do you fucking want one, huh? I'm thinking about just making everyone a mod. I wanted no mods, and now I think I might just make everybody a mod. Do you like T-Rexes? Alright, who wants? Oh, there you are. There's Sin. Let's give Sin. Who wants to be a mod? Who feels like fuck off? Why's that doing that? Who's feeling like they can be a mod? Who wants to be a mod today? Who wants to join the mod ranks? Lay me a pitch. I'm not sure I've ever been here before, but Twitch gods have decided to gift a sub. Hey, welcome in. Welcome in. Do you like Final Fantasy? Nominate Blakey. Bring Blakey. You want to be a mod, Blakey? Who wants to get one's in the chat if you want mod to be Blakey to be a mod? How many months has HD been sub for? 22 months. Batty said it, that's enough for me. Right. Yeah, Blakey, you can be a mod, mate. There you go, you're a mod now, Blakey. Oh, look at you go. Dr. Sniffles, how are you, mate? Wait, did Sin not get your... Sorry, Sin, I swear I just gave you a mod. It didn't work. How do I super mod Sin? How do I make Sin a super mod? Oh, wait, I just took the mouse. This doesn't make sense. There you go. Make me a mod and I vowed to do... Oh, wait, no. Cape locked it. I'm not supposed to read that. I have to roleplay out that I didn't see that. All right. Okay, everybody, if you watch it on YouTube, hey, go. By the way, if you're watching on Twitch, sort your fucking life out and go watch me on YouTube as well, because I need to get those views up on there. I need to somehow get decent YouTube views to stop me from going back to TikTok. Oh, there's me. Alright, so that's my YouTube stream. It's right there. Look at that. Whoa, look at all the spamming I'm doing right now. That's crazy. Look at all that spam. That's insane. Does YouTube give you money? No, they don't. But I want to get to the point where they do give me money. I have over 3 million views across all my videos, and I still haven't hit partner. Don't make me a mod. I will come. Okay. Don't make me a mod, I will become drunk with power. That's fine. That's fine. All the mods have been drunk with power on my channel. We need to if I can give Sin a diamond sword, I'll give Sin a diamond sword. What about spaghetti ham? What does that mean? Did I just say something that would get me banned? Had Ark Survival evolved, and now wasn't there supposed to be a second Ark game that had Vin Diesel in it, where like dinosaurs were his family? Is that was a thing, right? It was a thing where Vin Diesel fucks a bunch of dinosaurs. Who's this streamer I found for the first time? Welcome over. Wow, look at all everybody coming over watch me on YouTube. Seriously, please keep a tab open on YouTube. Let's pop those numbers up. Hey, I'm Paco. Vin Diesel is a huge nerd. When you've got like Vin Diesel was like the badass, the dude you don't fuck with in Fast and Furious. But then when they introduced The Rock to Fast and Furious, Vin Diesel looks like the dude you kick sand on at the beach compared to The Rock. The Rock made Vin Diesel look like a pebble. And there was that period there. Look, I'm not saying I'm not chiseled. I'm not saying I'm not chiseled as shit. There was a bit of a time there where Vin Diesel was a bit confident with his where he's wearing his singlets or he's wearing his singlets. I was like, man, you can't wear a singlet next to The Rock. Do you know I actively when people start talking to how actors don't like each other, I straight up avoid. I don't know why I have tweezers. I straight up avoid learning about that stuff because I don't want to know. I don't want to watch a movie and go, these two hated each other the whole time. I want the illusion that maybe they're sleeping with each other behind the scenes. Okay? I want the whole Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie fantasy to become true, you know? You know, it's like didn't Brad Pitt like cheat on Jennifer Aniston with Angelina Jolie during the filming of Mr. and Mrs. Smith? Wasn't that a thing? Vin Diesel had prettier boobies than you. Okay. Totally first time I've been here, seen this person. Hey, yeah, welcome in. Everybody on YouTube, welcome in. This is the first time we've all been here. Okay, enough about Vin Diesel. Okay, this is not the Vin Diesel timeline. This is the Final Fantasy VII timeline. So I wanted to bring up everybody. I actually want to do like a quick little recap of everything that we covered. That we covered on the first stream. So let me pull this up. Okay, so all right, let's hear it for me. All right, let's hear it for me. All right, so if you were unaware, there is a video game called Final Fantasy that I'm quite that I enjoy talking about, and we're gonna go over quite a lot of it over the next few hours. So what happened last week? So we did our stream on the Tuesday. I want to say we did a stream on a day. It was a day that we did a stream. I didn't stream much last week, but that's right, because we streamed Tuesday, took Wednesday off, streamed Thursday, and had photo. Yeah, that's right. So on Tuesday we covered the whole timeline leading up to the events of Final Fantasy VII, the 1997 release, but I didn't cover it in the sense of like going over every finite detail. What I did was do like an overview of everything that happened, starting from the earliest recorded event in the Final Fantasy VII timeline, and then it leads up to 7. Now, there's two things you need to know about this. Is everything that I cover on this is I cover, so there's two timelines essentially, okay, and they all diverge after the events of at the moment where Zack gets killed. These two timelines get created, but one timeline spans multiple timelines. Another timeline is just straight and true, which is the Final Fantasy VII, Advent Children, and then On a Way to a Smile, then Dirge of Cerberus. which is what we're following at the moment. But once we get up to Dirge of Cerberus, we'll be backtracking to the end of Crisis Core, and we have the scene where potentially Zack doesn't get killed, and then possibilities start spanning out. Though maybe he did die, they didn't die, and so on and so forth. But in saying that, Zack does die in the remake and rebirth timeline, but there are alternate realities where this is like where the Whispers get introduced, because Cloud has the Buster Sword. He only gets that Buster Sword when Zack gives it to him. Okay, so nobody should think that there is possibility Zack's actually alive in that timeline. He's not. It was just a reality thing, and we'll cross over to it. And there's are there any prequels other than Crisis Core? Yeah, there are. So it all starts with First Soldier. So First Soldier, even though the game doesn't exist anymore, it's taken it down, it did have lore. That's where it starts. That's the earliest it goes gameplay wise. And then from First Soldier, it goes to some of the stories that are within Ever Crisis. Then after Ever Crisis, we go to Crisis Core. And then during the events of Crisis Core, before Crisis happens, and then we get up to Final Fantasy VII. I'm not going to be putting Final Fantasy Tactics in here. Anybody that comes at me and says, hey, you forgot about the part where Cloud was in Final Fantasy Tactics and Aerith was in there too. Starters, it wasn't Aerith, all right? So shut up. Okay, it was somebody who reminded him of Aerith, and everyone that says it's canon, it's not. Okay, I don't. Shut up. Okay, no, they said it was. They're not. Okay, I'm choosing to believe it's not. Okay, and what I say is true. Okay. So anyway, that's kind of how I'm choosing to kind of go about that. So and this is a bit of a breakdown. So the first stream we covered over pretty much the world of Final Fantasy, the world of Gaia, which kind of led up to the events of Final Fantasy VII. Now we're currently going through Final Fantasy VII. Then we'll do Dirge of Cerberus, On a Way to a Smile. I forgot to put Dirge of Cerberus after On a Way to a Smile, but it is going to be in here. So yeah, I'm not doing these chronological wise, but the PowerPoint slides are going to try to treat it that way. There is I think no, these are right. So these are the kind of like topics we'll cover. These are the kind of the topics we're going to cover as we go along. Pretty much the PowerPoint slide, even though like the first 30 slides pretty much lead us up to Final Fantasy VII, and I cover all of this, and this is supposed to cover all the games, right? This is going to cover us all the way up to Final Fantasy VII, and then from here, like from was it Final Fantasy? Sorry, you couldn't see my mouse. So you go from prehistoric history all the way to Final Fantasy VII. This is all the things covered in this PowerPoint slide, and then slowly over the next, I want to say 2 months, maybe a bit longer, we're going to cover all these, and we'll do like a watch party and stuff. I found out a way that we can live stream. I can live stream Advent Children, so we'll cover that. But yeah, so happy days. But yeah, I guess before we get heavily into it, does anybody have any questions? Anyone any curious about it? For those that missed it, that weren't here for the last stream, there is something that's never really mentioned in the games until like, I guess like once all the titles came out. There was this thing called the Seismic Event, and it's kind of like we talked about how in Final Fantasy 12 there was an event, this thing called a cataclysm. Well, this isn't like that. The Seismic Event was something along the lines of where the land was wounded, but it wasn't caused by like a calamity, like, you know, a meteor hitting the ground. What this was just something happened on the planet where it hurt itself so much that it drew the live stream into this area. And when live stream's really rich in one area, it actually like, and the planet tries to heal itself, it's literally pulling the life, the warmth, the energy of everything around it, and then it gets sapped and destroyed. And Cosmo Canyon's area is the result of that, something that happened potentially millions of years ago, because everything you're seeing there is actually erosion. It's also very similar to that of the surrounding of Midgar, and Midgar is only the way it is is because all the life streams being sapped at a rapid rate. Nearly millions of years worth of sapping of the life stream is happening in that area, so that's why it's being degraded so much. And then you got something like the North Crater, where the damage there was so extreme that obviously the planet's still trying to heal itself. But the reason why there's constant snow there, it's not because it's North Pole, South Pole, or anything like that. Even though, like, scientifically in a real world, there'll be sense. But the reason is because of that is because the planet is drawing so much energy of its surrounding areas. There's no more warmth, there's no nothing. It's literally drawing energy from the sun, from the ground, from the live stream, everything to try and patch that hole. And the overarching ultimate goal for Sephiroth in this game is for him to recreate what happened in the North Crater. And when that happens, the planet's going to put all that energy into one singular point. Sephiroth wants to put himself in that point so he can then absorb all the energy, pretty much drain the planet, and then ride it off into the cosmos and find another planet to be his home. That's the whole overarching thing of Final Fantasy. We talked about the Cetra, the Gi tribe. I won't go too much into this. Then we talked about the Calamity, and these are things that happened over 2,000 years ago. So it covers like the what the Cetra were, the arrival of the Gi tribe. But while the Cetra were fighting the Gi tribe, the Calamity fell. But the Gi tribe were pretty much spent by that time. Then the Calamity came, nearly wiped out the Cetra. So the planet's like, I'll help you out, creates the weapons. But by the time the weapons are ready to go and fight, the Cetra had actually contained the Calamity, and then the planet made the weapons go dormant. So the weapons were made and never used. And then there was a bunch of survivors from the Cetra that went far over to the west, and they actually, via a land bridge, and they actually set it up home into an area called the Forbidden Zone. And there were 5 warriors, and one of them was called Dachau. And Dachau is this individual. You see these warriors on the wall there? Well, the dude in the center, the dude's like got his hands up like that. That's Dachau. And he was a Cetra. So you think about it, all the I guess the ancestors, all the people living in Wutai, their descendants, they are descendants of Cetra. But I guess they're kind of like, but they also kind of fucked mudbloods. I guess you think about it like in Harry Potter. And then we jump forward 1,500 years, then we get to the creation of the Masamune. It's very important. We won't cover that for a long, long time. We actually won't cover that within Final Fantasy VII. We'll end up doing this in Ever Crisis. And then we like fast forward even further. We get to the year 1877, where Bugenhagen is born. Then we jump forward another, 70 years or so, or 63 years. And then President Shinra is born, and then so on and so forth. And as we go along, it just talks about, I guess, like, I mean, the main thing here that we go through the timeline, the main consistency is Shinra finding Mako, realizing what it is, and then capitalizing on it, pretty much becoming the superpower of the world, and then putting some of the most famous researchers in place of it. And then you have psychos by the name of Hojo, who were at the start. Hojo wasn't actually one of the main scientists that Shinra went after. There was 3 of them. There was Grimoire Valentine, which was Vincent's father, Lucrezia Crescent, Hollander, and Professor Gast. And Hojo was actually learning from Professor Gast. And if you don't know who Professor Gast is, it's Aerith's biological father. And anyway, Shinra's ends up being complete. I find this incredibly interesting that Midgar was complete. Actually, no, that just wasn't true. Midgar was complete by that time, but during the period of Midgar's construction, Sid, Barrett, Reeve, and Glenn were born. And then we move into then pretty much once Midgar was created, then they went heavily on the science side. They find Genova. They confirm her to be an ancient. which they were wrong. Professor Gas fucked that because this dipshit here, Aerith's father, couldn't realize that this thing's a fucking hot, sexy alien that has a giant heart coming out of its fucking stomach. It kind of like spins a lot of these motions. You can't blame good people for bad things happen. Like, you know, if bad things happen with good intent, you can't. It's hard to point fingers, but I mean, fuck this guy. Then we go for the point. Then, you know, 1977. This is when Genesis, Angeal, and Sephiroth were born. The difference between them, they're all pretty much the results of having Genova cells put in their bodies, but the difference being is that Genesis and Angeal, their mother was actually implanted with Genova cells, where Sephiroth actually had the cells implanted into Sephiroth. So Sephiroth had the Genova cells put into him, in a sense where his body kind of adapted and accepted. They were born in the same circumstances, but one had the cells before they came out thinking it would work that way, which was Hollander, and Hojo wanted to put him directly into his son. But the result being, the reason why Genesis and Angeal were degrading is because the cells were actually part that of the mother, and then once they left, it's almost, I wouldn't say it's like a parasite and a host, but their body had like Genova cells put into them. But when they left their mother, their body wasn't just generating new S cells. It was the other way around. They realized they needed to have S cells into their body. So if Genesis and Angeal at any point managed to get Sephiroth's cells, they would have been totally fine. Matter of fact, they probably would have been more fucking stronger than him. But they didn't. Anyway, how are we doing, chat? Give me some good days. Yeah, anyway, so we kind of move forward. A lot of people were fucking born within this era. What else is there? Trying to think what... Oh, this is a very important moment. And we'll actually talk about this. This is, we fall into... So this is where Crisis begins, okay? If you don't know what Crisis is, Crisis falls into three things. You've got Ever Crisis, Before Crisis, and Crisis Core. These are the main... These are like, all of a sudden, when... If there is a snowball that starts leading up to a bigger snowball that becomes the events of Final Fantasy VII, it all begins around here. So, and it all starts with Aerith. And then it starts to spitball into something bigger. But in a game that we can never stream because it's just not available for us, there is a heavily created, like fan created version of the game that's nearly 1-for-1 perfect, but it's kind of shit. For the game called Ever Crisis. So not many, and I only found this not that long ago, but in the city of Calm was actually wiped out by mistake. What actually happened was there was an individual who was the leader of the Turks at the time called Vedot. He was supposed to call a artillery strike 50 kilometers north of Calm that was supposed to attack I guess an outpost for Avalanche. But due to equipment failure, communications were broken up and shoddy, and they thought that he said bomb Calm. So the city of Calm was actually destroyed and leveled, and everyone was killed, and anyone that survived, including Vedot's daughter, were kidnapped by Shinra, taken to Shinra and used as experiments, because they couldn't let these people live because they knew the truth that Shinra attacked and killed innocent people. So anybody that knew the truth were taken away and experimented on. And it's theorized that a lot of the people in Nibelheim, as well as a lot of, and this is expanding on it in Final Fantasy VII Remake, but when you go underneath Sector 7, you have those underground facilities, and there's test subjects in there. Someone I saw on YouTube, someone pointed out some markings and whatnot that indicate that these were the survivors of the Calm bombing. And it's actually, when we get to Calm, we can see this. If you go around and talk to everybody in Calm, it's almost as if they've got the shits with Shinra, but they're not doing anything about it. That's because there was actually dialogue removed and actually like side quests removed from the original game that actually would have told the story about the bombing of Calm. So it existed in lore and it was supposed to be in there. And some people even think that there's a lot of translation issues why it wasn't put in there. So Before Crisis actually covers quite a lot of this. Then we move into, obviously, Cloud and Tifa do their promise. Zack and Angeal. So during the events of Final Fantasy Crisis Core, when Zack and Angeal are in Wutai and then Angeal defects, that is the same moment where Tifa and Cloud promise each other. And I know they look like little kids in Final Fantasy VII, but there's no like really like teenager sprites in this game, so they're actually like young teenagers in a sense. Then Cloud goes off and joins, and it's like maybe a year or two later is when Zack and Cloud, literally a year later, Zack defeats Angeal in Modeoheim and inherits the Buster Sword. This is the moment where Zack and Cloud meet each other for the first time. So a year from this moment where Cloud and Tifa are making that promise on the well in Nibelheim, a year later Angeal dies. And you got the Nibelheim incident. Sorry about the cropping there, that kind of fucked up there. Yeah, but it leads up, the last thing that happens after the moment that Zack dies, the last thing that happens in the canon of the game is that when the Turks battle the summon, like there was a summon that was possessing and inside the leader, the original leader of was inside the original I think this happened 1 year. No, this happened the exact same year that Final Fantasy VII begins. So months before where Cloud and Barrett arrive in Midgar, the Turks actually battle Zirakanade, I think the name is, which was a summon, which was inside of Fuhito, which was the original leader of Avalanche. And then you got Barrett's Avalanche, which he is, they're like a Splinter Cell. They're not, even though they say they're not as extreme as Avalanche, but Barrett and Jesse and Biggs and Wedge, they did blow up a reactor, killing hundreds, potentially thousands of people. So I think to say that they're not radical is pretty wild. Anywho, and then we move into Final Fantasy VII. So we talked about this. Okay, so we were actually going to cover a lot. We're going to cover a lot of this. Thank you, Zoddy. There you go, David. How are you, mate? So one thing we didn't talk about, even though we've already done the whatchamacallit. Let me move my camera over here. Even though we've already done the bombing mission and such, I was supposed to actually do this last time. So these profiles will update as this marathon goes on, because I don't want to talk too much about the character like in the future. What's going to happen to them, why they are I want to talk to them as they are now and just touch on like a little bit of entomology and symbolism and shit like that, which I think is cool. So obviously Cloud Strife, from what we know at the moment, former first-class soldier. After defecting from Shinra, Cloud begins work as a mercenary for hire. His trusty broadsword in hand will always get the job done. All right, so that is literally the introduction to Cloud. That's all we get officially. Okay, trusty broadsword. It's called Buster Sword, fuckhead. But a cool thing about his entomology, and I always found this is actually cool, because like people think Cloud's just like kind of a cool name, but there's actually meaning behind his name. So Cloud's name comes from the Weber term symbolizing change, mystery, and emotional turbulence. His surname Strife reflects his inner conflict and troubled past. Nomura chose Cloud to contrast Zack Fair, invoking a shift from fair weather to storm. So Zack fair, so the sky's fair, the sky's cloudy. There's so much more leveling layer to it. It's not like fucking oh my god, mind-blowing. But it's kind of clever that Nomura did this. His name can also be read as Cloud Strauss, in a real German name, but was stylized as Cloud to match his character arc. Wow, isn't that cool? But let's talk about Avalanche. So as we land, we realize that we meet these individuals. Avalanche. So Avalanche is an underground resistance group fighting to stop Shinra's exploitation of the planet's life force. They believe the continued use of Marco energy will ultimately destroy the world. They were originally founded at Cosmo Canyon. Avalanche is rooted in the planetology, the belief that the planet is living. Their mission is to protect the life stream and Shinra's destructive greed. One on that, which I find very funny, and I remember thinking this the first time I played it. Like, I was 9 years old when I played this, but they did such a good job of like how this game starts. All of a sudden, you're jumping off a train. You're like, all right, we're gonna blow this fucking reactor up. You're like, holy shit. And like, you're playing Cloud. You're like, okay, I'm Cloud. I'm this dude. I'm the good guy. He knows wrong from right. You don't realize how much a level of emotional character development is in here too. And you're also conditioned to believe that Cloud's this badass, calm and collected, knows what to do in the right moment hero. He's a hero, okay? But this is where Square Enix come and give you the biggest fucking story twist of all time when you realize Cloud isn't a fucking badass. He's a fucking liar. He sucks ass. He couldn't even become a warrior. It's because he couldn't even become a soldier. It's because of those experiments with Hojo being stuck in the in those Mako pods where he literally, through some sort of like fucked up way, by him and Zack being in those tubes, he ended up Cloud being wounded. Literally, the Mako was recovering him, but because he was in the same like, not the same vart, but the same kind of like, I guess like liquid Marco that was going in and out from both tubes. The Marco that was from Zack was actually going over to Cloud and repairing Cloud. So that's like where a lot of this whole memory shit. But we'll go over into that more detail. And by the way, when we're in the Nibelheim flashback, there won't be any PowerPoint slides because no matter what I do PowerPoint slide wise, I can never put everything the way I want it in to make sense. I will go over the whole Nibelheim incident, Zack, Cloud, Sephiroth in very fine detail after we get to Medeal, because we have everything in place there, and I've got such a cool fucking idea. I even want to bring in somebody else who knows a lot about Final Fantasy to sit there and have a little discussion about it. But yeah, anyway. But what I wanted to say was at the start of the game, the game makes Barrett, Tifa, Jesse, Biggs, Wedge, all of them seem like absolutely insane. You're like, oh yeah, the planet's a living, yeah, okay, yeah, the planet told you so, yeah, the lifeblood of the planet, sure, buddy. The game, like, first time you played this, you totally, yeah, I'll get Sakaguchi in here. Barrett Wallace, inspired by the cause, founded a new Avalanche cell in Midgar with Tifa, Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge and Cloud. Less radical, yet carried out reactor bombings. Less radical. Well, let's move over to Barrett. Okay. Faction leader of the anti-Shinra military government Avalanche. Barrett, filled with the burning hatred of Shinra, a company he claims is destroying the planet. His right arm has been modified into a firearm, allowing him to attack his enemies from long range. Barrett's name comes from the Japanese translation of bullet, and was originally referred to as Bullet or Barrett in earlier materials, which they actually show you in the Ultimania about that too. His official English name, Barrett, comes standard worldwide after Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. So it's after Advent Children, universally, he became Barrett. But even though in our version he was Barrett, but anyway, more universal. His surname Wallace means foreign and may refer to William Wallace, a Scottish rebel leader. This fits Barrett's role as a fighter against Shinra's oppression. Barrett may symbolize a Jewish mythical concept of Givura, I don't know how to pronounce that, meaning strength and judgment paired with Aerith's chaste or kindness. He's missing right hand and reliance on his left could reflect his balance between action and restraint. So in Japan, right hand means power, means strength. Right means strength and power. So the fact that it's on his right hand is actually there for a reason, even though it makes sense in the story why it is, but they did it on the right hand for that reason. And this is actually where we get up to. So we're walking into the slums at the moment I play through. So I'll go through back in and out and do this. By the way, if you're watching on Twitch, can you please go over onto YouTube? Okay, all right. Go over on YouTube and go, wow, what a great stream. Let's go over to here and hang out and like talk and such. Okay, Sector 7. Okay, this is a bit of interesting information here. The Sector 7 Undercity, home to over 50,000 residents, comprises rundown shanty homes across dirt floors and in between crags, with very little vegetation growing, no natural light, though its living conditions are poor compared to those topside. Among the Undercity, it is one of the safest towns due to the local neighborhood watch and station presence of Shinra Public Security Division. So what I find really interesting, what I find really interesting about this is that even though there's only 4 buildings you can go into, overall there's 50,000 people living in here, and I really do appreciate the detail they went into in Final Fantasy VII Remake when you get to go into Sector 7. But even though it's like a bit of a shithole, it's the safest of shitholes in the shithole. So I would love to be able to go to like 1, 2, 3, 4. I think in one of the games you actually do visit 4 and 1, but you don't get to visit. You never get to visit number 8. You know, in this game you only get to go to 4, 5, 6, and 7. But yeah, that's everything I got there. But other than that, I think that is a good point for us to get back into the game. Anywho, sorry, let me, I did a lot of talking. Let me take my hat off. Do I have any coins? Any coins for everything I just did? Wow, go Pez. Oh my god, is that Pez? It is me. Wow, what a great stream. It is a great stream. All right. Alrighty. There we go. And that's everything I have to say about that. And thank you for liking the stream. All right. Sorry, get my cable going. Well, thank you for the blips. Can you, like, I'm not asking anybody to subscribe to me on YouTube, but is there a subscribe button or anything there? Like, I can't see it. If there is, if there is, and I can't see, if it, there isn't. Okay. Oh shit. Damn it. Okay. Sorry, I fucked that up. I went to new game. Let me just shut that real quick. Boo, streaming wrong button. Yeah, boo. This ain't right. Oh yeah, it was this one, was it? All right, so we got the Echo S mod too, so you got to hear voice acting. You're like, whoa, there's voices in this game. Same as it ever was. Okay, okay. I've got no issue with people that volunteer to like put their voices in and whatnot, but I will point out when someone's got a shit microphone. Oh, you can't hear the voice? Sorry, guys. I do have a story on the pillar too, but we'll touch on that a bit later. This dude, man.
Pretty neat here, huh? This is my special place, but feel free to drop by from time to time. Well, take care, bro.
Bro? What this guy's special place is, he actually puts his willy in this hole here. That's his special place.
What the hell are you looking at? You got any idea who I am? Up ahead is off limits. I have the miserable job of chasing off bums like you, so get lost.
Wow, you're great.
Damn straight. Just get to the point.
But I...
What the hell are you? Up ahead is off... Damn...
YouTube is a prison. Is Johnny?
Wow, I'm blitzed. Just can't get enough of those homemade cocktails. But they sure do creep up on you.
Remember once we're streaming this, there's the girl Priscilla in this game. She actually the voice actor for her. Actually, oh, it's closed today.
All right, go on.
All right, go on. Yeah.
Papa!
Marlene, aren't you gonna say hello to Cloud? Welcome back, Cloud. Looks like the mission went well. You didn't argue with Barrett, did you?
All right. Why we have a chance? My camera's very high, isn't it? Oh, I have a moment. All right, we'll talk about Tifa real quickly. All right, Tifa Lockhart. Member of the anti-Shinra military group Avalanche, Tifa manages the Seven Heaven Bar, a bar located in the Sector 7 slums. A student of the Zangan style martial arts, she can punch your dick off with ease. Alright. Also, the Italian government is a big fan of Tifa. So the infomology. Tifa's name is pronounced Tifa. Instead of Tifa for those weird fuckers that said that. So Tifa, and may come from Tiffany, meaning manifestation of God, or from Tiferet, mythical symbol of love, beauty, and sacrifice. This fits her caring nature and emotional strength in her story. Her surname Lockhart reflects both her reserved feelings for Cloud and her key role in unlocking his memories. Early English material briefs use Lockhart, but it was corrected to Lockhart in later releases. There you go. There you go. One of the Dota 2 international winners named his daughter Tifa. I named my son Zach, so I find it very normal. What's oh, spoiler. Spoiler, I jumped ahead there. Alright.
I can ask him. I kept my cool.
I kept my cool.
Is that so? I'm not used to Cloud all grown up. When you were little, you'd get into fights at the drop of a hat. Where'd you get that flower? I can't remember the last time I saw a real one.
So we want to try to sleep with Barrett. Okay, so we're gonna try to get Barrett on the
if someone gave you a flower, then
on the thingamajig.
Oh, I get it.
It's not what you think. Give it.
What are you on about? Tifa and having children's awesome. Oh, you mean like?
Papa, welcome
What do you mean the voice actor?
Yeah, Daddy's back. Oh, what's with the flower?
The spiky-haired man gave it to me.
Spiky, eh? Did you say thank you to Mr. Spiky?
Thank you for the flower, Mr. Spiky. I'll take good care of it.
Hi, Barrett.
Now we modded the hell out. It's
Yo.
not shut up. It's not
Guys,
modded.
we're starting
It's not
a meeting.
Dreamcast. It's a modded version. Dreamcast, idiot.
Grab a seat.
Pick up a seat and walk
So,
out.
what'll it be? Something to drink?
Give me some. I'm not in the mood.
Give me something.
Just a second. It'll be ready in no time. You know, I'm glad you made it back safely.
What's with you all of a sudden? That job was nothing.
I guess not. You were in Soldier. Get your money from Barrett, okay?
Don't worry. Once I've been paid, I'm gone.
Yeah, idiot.
Cloud, how do you feel?
Same as always, I guess. Why'd you ask?
Oh, it's nothing. You look a bit tired, that's all.
So in this part here, this is kind of referencing something we don't find out until halfway through disc 2, where Tifa actually finds Cloud a few days prior to the events of Final Fantasy VII in the slums, pretty much like going insane, and she's like, "Oh my god, it's fucking Cloud." So she brought him in, and then all of a sudden he's like, "I'm fine. I'm not insane. What do you mean? I'm not crazy. You're crazy."
The organization known as Avalanche has claimed responsibility for the bombing of Mako Reactor 1. According to their declaration, Avalanche intends to continue its reign of terror. However, citizens of Midgar, there is no need for alarm. We at the Shinra Company have mobilized Soldier to protect you from this senseless violence. In doing so,
They're full voice act. Remember, so the voice acting in this is all community driven. No one was paid to do it. Everybody did this for free. There are some professional voice actors. I say professional in quotations. They're all good. They're all good. The fact is, they did this. Hey, weird question. I don't know if you've ever explained it, but why are you so good looking and why do you have such a chiseled chin? Thank you. Genetics, I think. But is there a reason Final Fantasy VII took a dramatic turn from the style of 1 to 6? Yes, there actually is. There's a reason before that. So during the events, during the creation of Final Fantasy VII, there was a lot of resistance internally. The Sakaguchi absolutely loved the whole medieval style, kind of leaning heavily a little bit into like, I guess, like the steampunkish side, which we can kind of see that in a little bit with like metal military kind of technology we see in Final Fantasy VI. But Nomura actually got quite a lot more of a role in Final Fantasy VII, where a lot of the internal department actually wanted like realistic models, like not this weird chibi style. They wanted pretty much everybody to look like a normal character. But Sakaguchi thought that it was important to kind of try to, if we're going from the way they look in pixels, moving it over to PlayStation, it's important that they kind of keep some of their traits. So the reason why the characters look the way they do in Overworld compared to how they look in battle isn't because of limitations. It was purposely decided. The story actually also changed dramatically in a lot of different ways. Is the fact that they had a bigger budget, they had more time, and the way the game actually changed, and when you talk to the way that it kind of took a dramatic style change, is because that they were trying to push really heavily in the West. So Final Fantasy, their whole plan in the East was to beat Dragon Quest, and they did it. They buried Dragon Quest. Final Fantasy was the #1 RPG in Japan. So where do you go when you become the biggest fish in your pond? You try to go into a bigger fucking pond. So when they went over to the West, they tried to create a story that was going to be a lot more appealing, more demanding for like what audiences wanted over there. Originally, Final Fantasy VII was going to be about a detective living in New York City. His name was going to be Joe something. But then it changed dramatically over and over, where you can kind of see, not that Midgar represents like New York, but they ended up like going for a different art style and changed to like, you know, Midgar being this like city that never sleeps sort of thing. And instead of it being like this private eye called Joe, his name was Joe Detective. That's right, you were a private eye called Joe Detective. And that story just changed on and on, eventually came into the story we see here now. And like originally Sephiroth and Aerith were at one point going to be lovers, but then they were going to be brothers and sisters. And you can actually see in their like character design, especially in their hair, that they nearly look like a brother and sister. But one game, and someone pointed this out, and I noticed this when I first played it. These games aren't this, like, they're not even made from the same people, whatever. But some people claim that Wild Arms 2 took that inspiration and had two characters that looked nearly like Aerith and Sephiroth, and they actually made them brother and sister. They look nearly identical, apart from the dude who plays Sephiroth's. I think he's wearing crutches and stuff like that. But a lot of the ways that they kind of went this way was to appeal to a Western audience. Anyway.
Do you think I'm a little uptight?
Yep.
Well, it's cool. Don't worry about it. I may be big, but I'm a coward at heart.
Fuck, look at the news.
Oh my god.
What a blast. Should there have been so much damage, though? I followed all of the instructions on here. Unless I made a mistake?
Hey, Merc. There's something I want to ask you. Were any of your soldier buddies fighting us today?
No, none.
Hey, Seth, how you going,
I'm
dude?
positive.
Well, how's Mr. Confident so sure then?
If you guys had fought with Soldier, you wouldn't be alive right now.
Don't give me that crap. Just 'cause you were one of them.
Better voice acting than Final Fantasy 12,
you're
yeah.
strong. Maybe all them guys in Soldier are, but don't forget that your skinny ass is working for Avalanche now. Don't be getting no ideas about crawling back to Shinra.
The hell you on? You asked me a question and I answered it.
Yeah,
That's
fuckhead.
all. I'm going back up, and I want to talk about my money.
Money? You hell of a guy. You know that?
Daddy, you're so cool.
Cloud, wait!
Tifa, let him go. Looks like Lapdog here misses his corporate masters.
Shut up! I don't give a damn about Shinra or Soldier. But don't get me wrong. Not like I care about the planet or Avalanche either.
So, on the voice actor, so not that this is around the lore of the game, but on the voice actor that did the voice for Cloud, he copped so much hate from the community on his voice. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm not a fan of his voice, but he's a fucking lot better than a lot of the voices in here. I don't think he should have been Cloud, but in saying that, I don't think he did a bad job. There's this moment, and I didn't like him until the very end of the game, when you're about to fight Sephiroth, and Cloud goes, Sephiroth! This dude gives the best fucking Sephiroth scream I've ever heard. He does it better than Cloud himself. But the dude who voices Sid nailed it.
Cloud, I'm asking you.
Well, here's the
Please
thing. He
join us.
also voiced acted, so he did Barrett as
Tifa,
well.
I'm sorry, but
The planet is
So
dying.
Barrett and Cloud are voice acted by
Slowly
the
but
same
surely
dude.
it's dying. Someone has to do something.
Barrett and his buddies are on the case, aren't they? It's got nothing to do with me.
So you're really leaving? You're just gonna walk right out on your childhood friend, is that it?
What? How could you say that?
Yeah, how could you say that?
And you forgot the promise, didn't you?
Promise?
So you did forget. Remember, Cloud? It was 7 years ago. At the well. Look, the village water tower. Do you remember?
Yeah, back then. I thought you'd never come, and it was getting a little cold.
Sorry I kept you waiting.
I was taking a shit.
Well, you said you wanted to tell me something?
Come this spring, I'm leaving the village for Midgar.
All the guys are leaving, aren't they?
But I'm different from the rest. I'm not after any old job.
You know when someone pretends to be Michael Jackson? That's what the high-pitched voice.
I want to join Soldier. I'm gonna be the best. Just like Sephiroth.
Sephiroth? The great Sephiroth? Isn't it hard to join Soldier?
Well, I won't be able to come back to the village for a while.
No, Tifa, you big dumb idiot.
Will you make the headlines?
I'll do my best.
Just promise me one thing. If you become famous and I'm ever in trouble, you'll come and save me, alright?
She's saying, if I'm ever in financial trouble and you're rich and famous.
A hero will show up and rescue me. I'd like to experience that at least once, wouldn't you?
What?
Come on, promise me.
Alright. I promise.
You remember now, don't you? Our promise?
I'm not a hero. And I'm not famous either. I can't keep the promise.
But you fulfilled your childhood dream. You joined Soldier. So, come on. You have to keep your promise.
Now hold on there, big-time soldier. I'm a man of my word. Here, take it.
I'm a man of my word. Here's half the money.
This is my pay. I'm gonna need a raise.
So you'll...
You got the next job lined up? Double it. 3,000.
What did you say?
It's okay. Listen. We're really hurting for help here, right?
Oh, huh? But that money was for Marlene's schooling. 2,000.
Thanks, Cloud.
I didn't even agree. Cloud didn't even agree to the 2,000. Pez, where can I find info on how to mod? Just go to Nexus Mods. Hey Victoria, how are ya? So literally, there's a website called Seventh Heaven, and the modding group's called Sooner Mods. But honestly, 7th Heaven. Just Google that, and then, or just Seventh Heaven Mods, and just Google that, and you'll find out the information.
Good morning, Cloud. Sleep well?
Next to you, who wouldn't?
Ooh.
I don't know what you mean.
It's like, who the fuck was I sleeping next to then? Alright.
Our target's Marco Reactor 5. Head for the station.
We don't really have any much info until we run into President Shinra. So.
I got something I need to ask. See, thing is, I don't really know how material works. I'll give you the one we found. Just teach me how to use.
Well.
So that's Soldier's big secret, huh?
Oh, I should have told you.
Never mind.
Okay,
I'll ask Jesse later. But you're still handling the materia.
I should have showed him there. He would have liked us a little bit more.
Oh, the guy on the second floor of the weapons store told me he has something for you. Don't forget. Marlene, the bar's in your hands.
All right, good luck.
Damn it, I should have been flirting. Okay, okay, what do we do? Shit, actually, we'll give her fire. I always make Barrett my healer, just because he's always in the back row.
Another slow day. If this keeps up, the store is going under. It's helpless. Selling medicine in a slum like this.
Oh? Would you look at that? Great! Welcome! We sell. We buy.
Good on you, mate. Well, that's a weird looking buy. If I went into a shop and the buy looked like that, it's like, I feel like this is equivalent of someone putting like a card reader on an FPOS machine. Okay, so we got that, and oh, they don't have. Okay. Yeah, give me some good days. Who's hanging out?
Damn, man. Your face looks like a chuckaboo's ass. You tired, Pops? Well, you can rest up on the third floor if you like. There's just one condition. Cough up some dope.
Ted, don't get...
Yeah, let's see you. That'd be...
Damn, Chocobo ass face. Man, I wasn't prepared for that. So normally we walk in here, there would be a bunch of dudes, but they're not, because this guy right here is the dude who modded the game.
Ah, so you came.
Who are you?
I'm the creator of this mod. The name's Suna.
So you're the reason I can talk.
Yep, but that's not why you're here, is it? You're looking for the all materia? I got it right here. But first, need to know anything about Echo S? If you choose to have the time system on, you'll have seen by now that the sun actually raises and sets. Right now it's purely for looks, but it won't stay that way. The movies also change depending on your time. If you open the menu, you'll actually see what time it is in the lower right. The date, too. Time here passes a little faster than you're used to. Every 5 seconds is equal to a minute now. It even works on the world map. But you won't see that just yet. Done? Alright. Here. Make sure to talk to everyone, okay? We put a lot of time into this. Even AAA games don't voice everyone. Better get moving. That train won't wait forever.
And then we have all this shit, but we don't need to go read all that. But yeah, that's really cool that he put himself in the game. I love that. Alright. Can I put you in the game? I bet you say that to all the pretty streamers.
What the hell are you looking at? You got any idea who I am? Up ahead is off limits. I have the miserable job of chasing off bums like you, so get lost.
Wow, you're great.
Damn straight. Just get to the point.
But I...
So in the original game, those guys say something very different. These guys kill themselves.
I've had enough. Me too. You know, this is the first time we've ever agreed on something. Well...
Yeah.
Dead.
Yo, this ain't reserved. Split up, split up.
Packed with hoodlums again.
How are we going on? I gotta get some emotes in that YouTube too. Who's watching on YouTube right now? I know a few of you kind of lurking from Twitch, but how's the quality on YouTube? Is it sitting all right?
Hey, this train's almost empty. Where is everybody?
Maybe it's like that because guys like you. Yeah.
Yeah, Cloud probably would have
right? Avalanche declared
just hung out there, I guess.
The first of many attacks. Only devoted Shinra employees like me would go to work on a day like today.
Oh, you a Shinra suit? Son of a...
And I won't give in to violence. I won't even give you my
Barrett!
seat.
Shit. You got lucky.
So what's the plan?
You have to be so damn calm about everything. You're busting up my rhythm.
Looks like they finished connecting the cars.
Would
We're
become the
leaving.
local drunk. He would have joined Tifa. I know
Tell me about
Aerith
the
and becoming
mission.
the local drunk.
Look who's fired up about work. Yeah, I guess I gotta explain. Jesse's probably told you that there's an inspection at the plate boundary. It's a system that performs an ID check on each car.
Which Shinra loves to boast about, of course.
Our fake IDs won't work there.
That means we're only 3 minutes from the check.
All right. In 3 minutes, we jumping off of this train. Got it?
Do you reckon you could jump off a train and survive?
Cloud, over here.
Like,
Let's take a look at the route.
You know, like you see people, like I get jumping out of a car and jumping off of like a moving vehicle or anything, but like at a train going at this speed, jumping off and like doing the whole roll thing.
You've seen this before? Oh, well, come a little closer.
You can jump out. Is this the argument? You can jump out of a plane and if you run
That's
like
odd.
you jump
The
out on a
ID check
plane,
should
it's
be
like
further down.
and like run down a hill and catch the
Security
speed.
alert. Unknown IDs detect. I repeat, Type A security alert. Unknown IDs detected. Emergency check on all cars.
What?
The hell's going on?
We're in trouble. I'll explain later. Hurry to the next car.
Shit! Someone blew it.
Can someone Google what's the fall? What's the falling? What's the
Car 1.
what's the speed at which you fall at velocity? Wait, does that make?
The doors are
You know what I'm
locked.
trying to say? What's the?
Keep running.
Because there's only like a natural
guys are
when you're
kind of
falling.
rowdy.
What is that speed?
Huh? What you? This one's a bit.
Terminal velocity. What's the speed of terminal velocity?
Not yet, but don't worry.
Unknown passengers.
If anyone takes a minute and a half to get off this, that's wild.
Car 3. Door locked. Move to security level 4 locked.
All right. Yo, over here.
100. Okay, no, we're dead.
Let's go.
This is not what I had in mind.
Too late for that now. Why'd you come along anyway?
Well, because
There ain't no time for that.
If you can explain it, you probably hit the. Yeah, it's not the speed that kills
Okay,
people. It's the instant stop.
You don't care if I go first?
Lead us. Cloud, don't go. The mission's just started.
So the theory was right. If you fall out of a plane and you're falling on an angle, but you catch the angle of a mountain, and you just fucking
Later,
run with
you
it.
handle the rest.
But you would need your feet to fucking match that speed of 190 kilometers per hour.
Good. So far, everything's going as planned. Don't let your guard down. Big Swedge and Jesse have gone on ahead of us.
Works 10% of the time,
We have
every
the files
time.
just down this tunnel.
Interesting that we start off with Barrett here. Oh no, the bingo's not working again. We've got to fix that. There's a mod that I got to turn off that I didn't turn off. You reckon you can run down the mountain at 190 kilometers? You reckon you? Oh fucking! Let's do it. Let's see it. I will pay for you to have a SIM card to live stream it, and we can all watch it from here. I'll give you access to my Twitch to stream it. I'll just keep running through until we get to the next save point, and then I'll just reset this mod.
These light beams are Shinra security sensors.
Man, that's... What do we do, Cloud?
Jump down, don't jump.
Damn, man. This gives me the chills.
I would love to see a full blueprint of Midgar. Like, if someone ever creates like a full blueprint of every passage that goes through the plate. One thing I find, and they did this really well in Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, is that, like, for example, this here, right? This scaffolding, these boxes and whatnot, they're just left here. No one was going to come back and recover this shit. It was to be left here because once they built Midgar, there was no funding in anything in Midgar to do cleanup, to if there was a fuck up. Like when Sector 6 fell, they didn't repair it because they didn't budget for it to fall. So they're like, oh well, it's fallen. It's fallen then. That's just it. Just won't let any of the other ones fall now. Which I found that so bloody interesting. Yeah, I guess you're right. Air resistance as well. Give me that tent. Let me save real quick. Alright, what was that mod? I think it was, it would have been battle textures. Battle textures. It might have been interface. There you are, you son of a bitch. Stock. Battle interface. Oh, that's why. Okay. That should fix it. I reckon I could ride a chocobo through this facility. You reckon you could? Prove it. Prove it. Get a chocobo. Man, if it's like out of every like pop culture, like one sec, I just gotta tweak this around a little bit off skew. Like out of every like pop culture reference as far as like, you know, chocobos, or what's the thing in Harry Potter, the bird, the hippo lion, or the griffin dog. What's the it's hippogriff. The hippogriff, yeah, like, or hippogriff, yeah. Like if you could have one of those things exist, actually, that's straight. You'd want Pokemon to exist, right? You'd be just straight up Pokemon. You want Pokemon. Alright, okay. So I do want to talk about Reactor 5 real quickly. We'll bring this over. Alright, so there's no text here, just ultimately talking about it. So this is just a me thing, right? So when I was a kid, I never had a memory card when I first played this game. So if you had a PlayStation 1, if you played this game on the PlayStation 1 when it first came out, on the back of the case, actually I think I might have it. Okay. On the back of it, on the back of the menu, it shows a picture of Cloud and like Nibelheim, but then it has a picture of a memory card, and it says try beating Final Fantasy VII without it. I would always get to this one point, right? This exact one point, and I did not know what to do. I would get here, and I would think that like, I would get here, and I think like I could run over this, run down that. Probably 2 months. I didn't play this game every day, but for 2 months, I never realized what to do. I never realized you could just slide down. You could just, oh, sorry, use this. Sorry, I was, sorry. What I'm actually referring to, sorry, is this pit here. So you got this like hole here, you come out and there's this slide here. I had no idea. For 2 months as a kid, I had no idea you could slide down. My next door neighbors had to point it out to me. Didn't Clive make an appearance before Final Fantasy 16? I keep thinking I've heard his name. Now Clive's new to 16. Was new in 16. I don't think I want Drifblim to exist since he kidnaps kids. Is that the balloon thing that kidnaps kids, but he doesn't like overweight kids because they're too heavy? That's the thing, right? That's the whole thing. I remember that being a thing. Yeah, the balloons. They're not a fan of overweight kids because they're too heavy to carry. Also, a little hot tip for Final Fantasy. If you're playing this for the first time, you don't want to sit on your limit breaks. Don't store limit breaks. Use them right away, okay? Because the sooner you use limit breaks, the sooner you have the ability to get another limit break. Because using limit breaks is how you unlock other limit breaks.
Such a tease.
Thank you, Zadi, for gifting Hope Horizons a subscription.
So you want to move Barrett in the back section. So, but yeah, I had no idea you could go down here. Literally, this was a blocker for me. Also, annoyed that there was no boss down here. Yeah, they're really good. Really good. I've streamed them all twice. Each one of them twice on here, and they're good. Me personally, I like 5. 5's really good. Everyone here likes Final Fantasy 2. I hate these enemies. Oh yeah? Show me that Final Fantasy 2 command. Oh, the shard doesn't work, does it? Get fucked. Never had the command because it never existed. How good are the guns, like the gun look in it? Yeah, the remodeling looks sick. What are we at? Okay. They need to heal here because we're not going to go for a fight. Oh, I was going to make a slide on this about his panic attacks.
Dad, it was Sephiroth. Sephiroth did this, didn't he?
Was it? Or did the OG icons look like?
Soldier.
Oh man,
Mako
Black Lagoon.
reactors,
That's something I haven't seen in a
Shinra.
long time.
All of them!
Soldier boy.
Are you alright?
Tifa.
What?
No, it's nothing. Let's finish the job.
Man. She was just like, wasn't Black Lagoon about that girl who's just like an alcoholic pirate? She just shoots everyone. Every time I watch it, I think everybody that's like on that boat would fucking stink. Like, cause all they do is just work, get drunk, never get they never shower, never get changed, and they get up and they fucking do it all again. That's right, yeah, that's right. Oh god, I used to watch it when I used to like train to work. I used to watch that quite a lot. Hey Ken, how you going, dude? Good seeing you, mate. Hey Stormborn, what's going on? Ah, buggered it. You asked for it. I'm rewatching a lot of 80s, 90s animes. My first anime I ever watched was Ninja Scroll, the movie, and I think it's the first time I ever saw a boob.
Thank you, Zadi, for gifting Ken 8,894 a subscription.
Thank you so much. Yeah, yeah, that was the first time I saw a boob. Was in Ninja Scroll, and then I think I saw my first real boob was on, I think it was like National Lampoon's Vacation, the one how they go overseas, a Europe vacation or whatever it is. I couldn't believe my eyes. I was like, oh my god, what was that? I remember it was like 1997, right? My parents took me and my sister, so my mum and my dad and me and my sister, we all went to the movies to watch Titanic. And I think, like, from what I was told, I gave an audible gasp when, like, during the like the paint me like one of your French girls scenes. I was like, oh my god. And I would have been 9. I would have been 9 at the time. I remember mum just tells me, you just hear me go, oh my god. No way. I should have went, oh my god. Did anybody see that? Get fucked. So nothing's changed. Nothing's changed at all. Pretty funny. It's like, well, this is just awkward. Somebody think of the children. Whoa, girls have nipples too?
Let's dance, asshole.
It's just funny. I would have loved to go back in time and watch my reaction to that. And everyone going to school, have you seen Titanic? I'm like, yeah. It's like, whoa, did you see those boobs? Yeah. Also, I saw that Titanic movie on it as well. This bit here is bullshit in this version. Because the timing is perfect. You can get the timing perfect, it still doesn't work. Oh. I don't know. I think it's like 6 hours something. 6.5 hours, any percent? Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Jesse said the three of us have to push these buttons simultaneously. Shake it up.
That was perfect. Shit.
One more. You'll get it the next. Or maybe the time
So this
after
game doesn't
this
want you
one.
to do it. I can nail this,
Are you feeling okay?
but they want this audio to.
I didn't think
See,
it
that
would
was
take this
perfect.
long. How long have we been in here?
See that before? That was perfect. Was it a skill issue? You're an issue, all right? Alright. Sorry, I shouldn't have called you an issue. Nah, you are an issue. F you. Well, actually, before we go forward, I've got another slide to show you all. I promise. Is everybody going on YouTube? There's supposed to be a few people on YouTube. Before we go too far, alright, let's talk about President Shinra. Alright, let me move my camera over here. Oh. Alright. President Shinra. Current president, I like how it starts with current president of the Shinra Electric Power Company. He single-handedly raised the company from a small arms manufacturer to a massive conglomerate it is today. He employs cutthroat business tactics to secure profits, going so far as to eliminate anyone who opposes him. However, he's open-handed to those lucky enough to be in his good grace. So he's an asshole, but apparently he's not a dickhead. Even though that he does order the fall of the plate on Sector 7 and also not repairing Sector 6. So you could say probably evil. It would be up there. So he's a bad guy, but he's a bad guy, but he's not a bad guy. President Shinra was born in 1940, so obviously in the Final Fantasy 7 realm. Transformed the electric power company from a small arms to a... why did I double up on this? He oversaw the major projects like Midgar's Sun Lamps, Project Soldier, Project Zero, and secretly backed Deep Ground's human experiments. He fathered Rufus Shinra through his wife and had two illegitimate sons, Lazard and Evan. Through affairs. He also built a museum about his legacy and reduced Mayor Domino to prowess figurehead. So there is a Midgar. The city of Midgar was a place that already existed, and they ended up building the city of Midgar on top of Midgar. The reason why they did it here because it was flat lands, high levels of Marco, not like astronomical levels, but enough that they could literally do what they do. This dude just runs a company, but what he did is essentially like build the biggest building in a town, and then said, "Oh, sorry, mayor, we kind of like built over your house, so here you go, you can have an office here." So they essentially bullied the mayor into doing what he wants. There is a lot of there's strong fan theories and there's weak fan theories. A lot of weak fan theories claim that this Shinra here is the Shinra from Final Fantasy X-2. That's not the case. A lot of people also say that he is the descendant of Shinra from Final Fantasy X-2, which is actually not the case. A lot of people believe that fan theory quite a well. It was like a theory that came from one of the composers, that Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy VII are in the same universe, but this is where it falls apart. And I'm stepping away from the slides at the moment, but the reason why this doesn't work is simply because, let me go all the way back to the start, is simply because of the introduction of the Gi tribe. Okay, so the Gi tribe are invaders from another world. They fled their home upon its destruction and found Gaia, the planet, but the planet refused them. Okay, so those that are not born of the planet can't die and go to the planet. So the planet essentially, like everything, every like atom, every carbon, every fiber of everybody was originated from the planet. Okay, so the idea is the planet takes what's been given to life and returns to itself. Aliens are considered to be essentially like, you know, if you get a splinter in your body, it's a foreign object and your body rejects it and pushes it out. You know, you need your body to accept something, so you got to think of the planet as like a living being. If that was the case, if Shinra was a descendant of Shinra from the Al Bhed, traveled through space, found Gaia, and then pretty much came there, the planet would have rejected them. As soon as they got old and died, they're essentially, they would have just not died. They would have turned into zombies or turned into these things. So that's where the fan theory completely falls out of place. And they even kind of like touch on that. There's even when we get to Rebirth, there's actually lines that kind of like hint at that. But the reason, they also say, like in Final Fantasy VII Remake, they actually do an Easter egg where they show President Shinra or a descendant of Shinra that has the mask from 10-2. They said they pretty much just put that there as like a bit of an Easter egg, but it's not to be considered as lore. Hey Jujitsu, what's up? You got a question? Does Gilgamesh travel through dimension timelines, or it's supposed to be dimension? So it's supposed to be he goes through dimensions and comes out at different points in different realities. So it's not a timeline thing. It's literally a dimension. It comes out at a different reality. So it's always the same Gilgamesh except for in 15. 15 is the only Gilgamesh that isn't tied to those other Gilgameshes. Because they make Gilgamesh was, he literally has one arm. Sorry, that's a lie. No, he's got both his arms. It's a completely different Gilgamesh. The Gilgamesh on there was someone else. So if that's true, how couldn't the ties to other Final Fantasy games come to be? Well, we don't even know if Gilgamesh, like, even in like, you kind of like, you can't really use the comment of, like, why could Gilgamesh appear in other Final Fantasies opposed this one? Well, it's only in Final Fantasy VII where you have the live stream, like that's whole element thing. You can't really look at Gilgamesh and like tie it in as like hard canon that affects the world. You got to go into like Gilgamesh. You got to go into Gilgamesh thinking that Gilgamesh is literally just like a bit of a joke character. And remember that it's a fantasy game. You don't put too much science into it thinking like, well, technically, but this Gilgamesh is not supposed to be there, but they implant him in there as like a bit of like a haha sort of thing. It's like in Metal Gear, right? When like a guard sees you and all of a sudden the red thing pops above their head, like the exclamation mark. It's there just as a bit of a trope. So I wouldn't look too far into that, because then you have to think like, oh wait, there's all the Bahamut's linked, there's all the Leviathans linked. It's literally just like, it's one of those things that just, it can be explained but can't be explained. And like, you could also actually, Hat kind of nailed it. Think of it as like breaking the fourth wall. But yeah, anywho, sorry, that's what I wanted to talk about there. I don't know if there's anything else outside of President Shinra. Well, we talk about the slums in a minute, but But yeah. Cool. Let's get into it. Oh, there's a few people watching on YouTube today. Nice.
This way!
Oh my god.
Shinra guards!
It's weird in a Shinra building.
Shit! What's going on?
A trap.
President Shinra!
Why is the president here?
Ah, you must be the sewer rats. What's its name again?
Avalanche! And don't you forget it!
It's been a while, Mr. President.
Been a while. Oh, the eyes of one who's bathed in Mako, which would make you a soldier, or more like a traitor who threw in his lot with homegrown terrorists. Tell me, boy, does this soldier have a name?
Ex-soldier. Cloud Strife.
You'll have to forgive me. I can't be expected to remember every soldier's name, unless you were another Sephiroth. Ah, yes, Sephiroth. Now that's a soldier's name worth remembering.
Sephiroth?
Think y'all forgetting someone? Or do I have to remind you that your reactor's going up in smoke?
Ah, yes, indeed. The fireworks display will prove rather expensive, and all to deal with a few criminals.
Criminals? You call us criminals? You know that's real big coming from Shinra himself. You who would see the planet die, all to line your fat pockets. There ain't enough hours in the day to hold you account for all your crimes.
I'm afraid I've grown weary of entertaining you. I'm a very busy man, you see. So if you'll excuse me, I've got a dinner appointment.
Oh, don't go yet. I have a shitload of bullets to feed your ass.
We're both busy. As it were, you have an appointment you have to keep as well.
What's that noise?
The hell is that?
Allow me to introduce the two of you. This is Airbuster, a prototype.
Yeah, he's got a
mobile
good voice,
unit.
doesn't he?
I'm sure the data records in your battle together will prove invaluable.
Mobile unit?
Now, you really must excuse me.
Wait!
Yo, Cloud, you gotta do something.
Cloud! Help! Is this from Soldier?
No way. It's just the machine.
I don't care what it is. I'm gonna bust it up good.
So, your question there about Gilgamesh and 8. So, if you go look it up, Gilgamesh literally there's no real Thai lore behind it other than Gilgamesh appears through a dimensional or interdimensional or dimensional portal at the moment that Odin releases from his sword, because that's what Gilgamesh is literally going through dimensions and finding available swords. Because I think in that game he's got Masamune, Excalibur, and Excalibur, because he's only got 3 weapons, but you can see on his shoulders he's also got like the cardboard cutouts of weapons. But that there's no real like Thai lore to that. That's ultimately it. They just kind of like put it in there as a nice kind of little like touch to add to that Gilgamesh. But if you look at like any like kind of input into it, Gilgamesh always appears via a dimensional portal. Okay, what are we doing? Yeah, did you see that from, I'm guessing you saw that from Cleo's stream, Hat? You can only do 11 hours and 55 minutes. Which, I mean, hell, you should probably rest up. 12-hour mark, you should probably rest up. I mean, I can't do those long stints anymore.
to get serious.
It'd be funny if Gilgamesh like joins the Knights of the Round. And I can't wait till we get to go to Fort Condor. So like the places we haven't seen yet is obviously anything in the North Continent other than we haven't seen obviously Icicle Inn, North Crater. We haven't seen Rocket Town, we haven't seen Wutai, we haven't seen Medeal, we haven't seen Fort Condor.
Let's dance,
We haven't seen the
asshole.
Materia Caves. Obviously the island where Knights of the Round is, if that's how they're going to do it. Yeah, Glenn showed
Don't
up.
have long to get clear. Tifa, we gotta get out of here.
Even when you go back to the reactor too, there's Wutai soldiers there.
Damn thing.
Cloud! You have to live! You can't die! There's so much I have to tell you!
I know, Tifa.
Hey, you gonna be okay?
I don't put on a brave face. Take Tifa and get out of here!
Cloud, I was wrong about you.
Stop talking like this is the end! No getting off of this train, right?
Right. No getting off this train we on.
Yeah. Tifa, go! No!
Cloud! No!
Tifa, no! Damn it! Come on!
Pretty funny. Like even the cutscenes have changed.
Are you alright?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Back then, you got away with it. Only grazed your knees.
The Odin fight was
Back
hard,
then.
yeah.
What about this time? Can you get up?
Back then. This time.
Worry about your body for now.
Let's give it a shot.
Oh, you're moving.
How do you feel?
Ooh, that's a relief.
Slowly now. Little by little.
Hello?
Yeah. I'm getting there. Hey. Who are you?
Hello?
The flowers saved him. They're just flowers. It makes they're the flowers.
Are you okay?
That's it. Super spongy flowers.
This is a church in the slums. Sector 5. You fell straight out
Yeah,
of the
that was
sky.
Zach you could hear.
It gave me quite a scare.
I fell?
The roof in the flower bed must have broken your fall. You're lucky.
Flower bed. Is this yours? Sorry about that.
Oh, don't worry. The flowers are quite resilient, and this place is special too. You know how grass and flowers hardly ever grow in Midgar? Well, here, they have no trouble blooming. I like it here.
All right. Who's ready for some more lore? All right. Okay. Sector 5 Church. Okay, we will talk a lot more about this church in the novel On a Way to a Smile, okay? And we'll probably talk a lot about it after Advent Children as well. And I might actually, when we go back into here, there are some things I want to talk about, but I think it's important after Aerith dies to come back here and talk about some symbology things that are in this church that will make sense for you. But what I ask is, when take a moment to kind of like, when we're in here, look at the layout of the church, look at little things, look at the way they are, look at the design on it, and just little subtle things, because there's so much foreshadowing. We talked about in Final Fantasy X about mandalas that actually tell history of tell the history of this game, tell the history of Final Fantasy X before you even play it. But yeah, Anywho, all right. So Sector 5 Church. The origins of the history of the Sector 5 Slums Church are largely unknown. At one point, people would have come to pray to God or to a god when religion was popular. So obviously, religion's one thing in this game that isn't a big push here. Like, you don't really see religion factors there. You have like cultures. You see like with Wutai or people in Cosmo Canyon. But before like Marco and kind of like, you know, the like technology kind of took over, there was a religion they followed, and we'll actually touch quite a fair bit on that in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. An earlier test model of Shin. So this is actually really interesting if you want to know why the church is destroyed. An earlier test model of Shinra's space rocket, the Shinra number 26, crashed into the church. The Sid Highwind was relieved to hear later that no one had that it had not blown up. You'll see in this next section. But let's talk about everybody's favorite person who dies. Believe it or not, she dies. Aerith. So Aerith Gainsborough, a flower peddler living in the Sector 5 slums. Aerith has been under Shinra's surveillance all her life. For her unique background capable of sensing the planet's life force, she offers her magical support to her comrades. Aerith's name was designed to sound like Earth, reflecting her deep bonds with the planet. In Japanese katakana, it's written as Aerith, which led to the English localization of Aerith. Excuse me. Her surname Gainsborough is taken from the French singer Serge Gainsborough, and can mean a clever and urban person. While her name may seem reference to a flower symbolizing death and rebirth, mirroring her role in the story. So everything, like, it's as you go through and you learn everybody's name actually is supposed to like represent who they are and kind of like foreshadows quite a lot of their life. I guess we'll touch on this right now because we're going to move into it. But the vast shantytown beneath Sector 5 plates, its streets are confusion of jerry-built homes made of waste materials and refugees. An orphanage has been erected here, which many of the slums children call home. In the outskirts of the area, one can find a dilapidated church sitting quietly amongst the rubble. So there is a little bit more information we'll touch on, but I think it's more important in Remake when we get here, because we touch on like the church and whatnot. But during the construction of Midgar, obviously all the workers ended up being in this area, and Aerith's house was actually was originally built by some of the original occupants of the land, I guess, like the area of Midgar before it was built up. But then because this is like kind of where it started, this is where a lot of people's like, okay, well, every other area underneath the plate that's going to be underneath the plate is going to be workers' areas. So this is where families will kind of leave their children, and then over time, through I guess like people like working on the plate, dying, moving on, the war happening, children ended up coming back here to Sector 5. So Sector 5 has always been essentially like a refuge for children that don't have families. So it's kind of always ended up this way. So it's kind of, Aerith kind of naturally fell in, like, even though Aerith didn't mean to purposely come here, when Athania died, Aerith was taken in with ease because people of this area actually accept children like that. But she's a little bit more important. By the way, now when the DLC take place, it's now when the Yuffie DLC takes place. Obviously that's like, we got to remember too, okay? You got to remember too, don't confuse Remake and Rebirth with this game, because like I said, the way you got to go into Final Fantasy VII with the new remake saga is at the end of Crisis Core. There's two timelines. One verges off into what timeline we're in now, And then you have the other timeline that breaks off on its own that creates multiple variants, which is kind of what we start following inside of Rebirth and Remake with the Whispers, how Aerith and Sephiroth knows what's going on. I have a very cool pie chart to show you how that all works, but you can kind of think of this game as the sacred timeline, and then you've got the Remake and Rebirth, which kind of branches off and then creates its own branches. But we'll talk about that in a bit. Yeah, anyway, that's all I have to say about that.
So, we meet again.
We do.
Have you forgotten?
Yeah.
You're the slum drunk.
Oh, I'm so happy. Thanks for buying a flower. You have some materia,
multiverse shit.
don't you? I have one too.
Well, in the
Materia isn't rare at all these days.
I'll take it in a sec.
But mine's special. It doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do anything. You sure you know how to use it?
No, it's not.
You a fucking
that.
idiot.
Anyway, I don't mind that it's useless. I just feel safe wearing it. My mother left it to me. I feel like talking. Are you up to it? After all, we did meet again.
I got nothing to talk about.
I see. Just look at this mess! They were doing so well, too. Poor things.
Hey, Cloud, you big dickhead. So in the remake timeline, Zack does die, but it starts branching off possibilities where he doesn't die. And a big part of that is the Whispers, but Sephiroth also... So Sephiroth and Aerith, no. They know what's happening, and we don't know how... Like, all this is going to come to a head, obviously, in Part 3. But we're going to learn how Sephiroth and how Aerith know about the multiple possibilities, the divergence of timelines. It's nearly... Another thing, too, is... I remember reading this Reddit thread, and Sephiroth's motivation is also very much the same as Ultimecia's in Final Fantasy VIII, where she wants to bring the past, present, and future into one moment. Sephiroth wants to bring all of the timelines into the same timeline, but this timeline is the timeline where they defy fate, because he knows in multiple timelines he dies, he loses. But there is a timeline that exists out there where he doesn't die, and he knows that he needs Cloud's help with that. But because of community outcry and whatnot, Nomura even put out a statement saying that because of sentiment, they are going to pull back quite a fair bit on the multiverse stuff, which I'm kind of glad they did, but I'm also thinking they're a bunch of cowards for not backing up what they were trying to do. If you got a story to tell, fucking tell it. Don't worry
Just
what
a
other people
little
have to say.
longer. Oh. Come to think of it,
I guess she can play with the idea. I don't believe that she knows what's going on here
we
because
still don't know each other's names.
you can play with the idea, right? That's up to you.
The flower lady. Nice to meet you.
The name's Cloud. My job's... well, I do a bit of everything.
Oh, a jack of all trades.
I do whatever needs to be done. What's so funny? Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry, it's just... Cloud, don't let it get to you.
Don't mind me.
I don't mind the voice actor for Reno in this. He's not as good as Quentin Flynn, but he's still good.
Cloud? Does your job include being
So
a
how do we
bodyguard?
res Aerith? We do it in the new threat mod. We can revive
Are
her.
a jack of all trades.
I suppose.
Then get me out of here. Take.
All right, but I don't come cheap.
I don't come.
Let's see. I'll go on a date with you.
I don't know who you are or where you're from, but... Or do I?
I believe you do.
Oh yeah, I do know you. That suit.
Hey, little lady. What's with you always picking up weirdos?
Oh, reference?
Says the Shinra lapdog.
Do you want us to sort him out, sir?
I haven't really decided yet.
Cloud! No! Stop! I don't want you all ruining my flowers! The exit's back here.
You saw that, right? Mr. Bodyguard got Mako eyes. Well, whatever. Alright, you fools. Back to work, eh? Oh, yeah. And don't step on the flowers. Got it?
They're ruined. Holy hell! Yourself.
So this rocket here, this rocket was Shinra number 26. Oh, here's this. Here's the what is it, friggin' Hobgoblin Pie or whatever they're called. From that lame ass joke. Grundle. I think this is Grundle's hedgehog pie. Chad, give me some good days. Hey, J-Dog, how you going, mate? Yeah, Chad, give me some good days. Who's hanging out? Okay, we gotta give. That all materia is more important than anything.
There they are.
Cloud!
Yeah, I see them. They're not gonna...
Well, you don't like that Jesse's
what are we
thirsty
going to
for
do?
the D and...
The only thing we can do.
I like it even
Come on.
working and watching the stream. Hell yeah, Victoria. Even, I love it.
It'll be all right. I'll catch you.
Don't drop me, okay?
The ancient's getting away.
I'll tell her in a sec.
Fire!
Aerith! Ah, crap. Did we kill her? Why'd you have to go and do something stupid like resist?
Cloud!
Damn! What's
Like-
that? Aerith! Fight the... Hold on!
I love that in, what do you call it? In fucking, in...
There's a barrel.
In,
Push the barrel.
in Remake.
Thanks.
I'm just waiting for this dialogue. I love it that in Remake that the dialogue, like just as Jesse's dying, she's still like asking for it.
Cloud!
Aerith! Fight the... Hold on!
Ooh, there you go. And beams.
There's a barrel. Push the barrel.
We actually got, yeah. I was gonna give you
Thanks,
pizza.
Cloud.
Point logic, yeah. But I like how Reno points it out. He's like, ah, why'd you have to go and resist? Here, I was thinking we're going to play long enough tonight to get to the top of Shinra. The Shinra Tower. Idiot. We'll probably get to probably June on tomorrow night, I reckon.
Cloud!
Aerith! There's a barrel. Push the barrel.
Thanks.
This way.
I love this that he just jumps into nothing. Oh, they don't do it in this version.
They're still looking for me.
You mean it's not the first time? They've been after...
Yes.
Those guys are from the Turks.
Hmm?
The Turks are a part of Shinra. They scout around looking for worthy soldier candidates.
Are they always that violent? They're no better than kidnappers.
And to top it off, they do a lot of dirty work on the side. Spies, hitmen, that kind of thing.
I can tell from looking at them.
But why are you being targeted? There must be a reason.
I feel like a church has church
Maybe.
written at the top of it.
But would you want to join?
I don't know, but I don't want to be caught by those lowlifes. That's for sure.
Yeah, even look at the
Then let's
symbol
go.
at the top. Like it nearly like oh, I should have went back there. The symbol at the top of it does like kind of looks like its own little symbol.
Wait.
Like it doesn't like, you know, lead. It might be a hint on like a previous religion.
That's funny. I heard you had what it takes to be a soldier.
Oh, you're terrible. Hey, Cloud, are you in Soldier?
I used to be. How'd you guess?
Your eyes. That strange
Says it on
glow.
your chest.
That's the mark of soldier. Those who have been bathed in Mako. But how did you know about that?
I just do.
Oh my
You just do.
god. Oh
Yeah.
my.
Come on.
That is
Let's go,
something
Bodyguard.
and a half. How? Whoa. Thank you.
Damn, Sneaky Shadower, what's going on? I think Sneaky Shadower was probably the second Twitch channel I ever followed. What's going on? What were you doing? Were you streaming, you doing Red Dead? How are ya? Or are you doing Dune? I've started playing Dune myself.
Finally made it.
Yeah, honestly, I think you were. I think you were like the second or third channel I ever followed.
My house is this way. We need to hurry before they find us.
It was, I followed, here's what I think. Oh, there's Dune RP? Oh. Do you ever complain in Dune RP that you can never throw sand in people's faces? Because remember when you and I met at PAX too, we both talked about Mr. Moonhouse. So Mr. Moonhouse was like the first channel I ever followed. And I think he was the only, because I was really stingy about following channels. And you and I talked at like the Twitch meetup about Mr. Moonhouse. God, the memory on me. That was about 10 years ago, right? I actually never thought about throwing sand about. That's what fucking pisses me off about Dune. In that whole fucking movie, sorry, I'm gonna. No one throws sand in anybody's eyes. You literally have an unlimited pocket sand. Throw spice in people's eyes. Pocket sand. I just think like, what's his name? Dale Gribble. I'm gonna save over this one. I'm doing it. I'm saving over it. Spice would be better. What's getting spice in your eyes? I know you just raided, but I'm actually ending. So, but I will raid someone else. Thank you for the raid, though. I appreciate it. Let me figure out who we're gonna raid today. Sorry, I was only gonna have a small stream today because I'm not feeling too well. I'm feeling a little bit. All right. If you're keen on doing that, yeah, no, I'll be keen. I'll be keen. I'll be a sand salesman. Let's raid. I want to raid Jess. But yeah, thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. Yeah, you're good. I gotta be up at 6 a.m. Yeah, I got bloody CrossFit in the morning too, so I gotta get into it. But thanks everybody hanging out. Everybody on Twitch, everybody on YouTube, thanks for watching. Until then, love you all, appreciate you all. Thanks for hanging out, and yeah, I'll see you all later. I'm gonna go have ice cream and go keep watching my. I'm into romance anime at the moment. Don't tell. Watching this show called Yakuza Fiance. I didn't admit that. All right, I'll talk to you all later. Have a good one, okay? Bye.